My baseball betting systems recommend betting 3 teams today, Friday, April 28th. Do you want to know what these teams are? And do you want to learn how some of those lucrative betting strategies work? Buckle up because I've got more great content for you, my friend. System pick number 1 goes to the Minnesota Twins as big home favorites against the Kansas City Royals. This pick is backed by the scoring drought betting strategy that goes like this. Bet against the road team if they have lost their past 2 games by scoring 2 or fewer runs in each of those losses. There is one more criterion that must be met in order to trigger a bet, according to this betting strategy, which was built off a statistical analysis of 7 full seasons. The road team in question must have a money line higher than plus 150. In other words, they must be pretty big underdogs. In this case, the Royals are the visiting team, and they lost their 2 most recent games by scoring 1 and 0 runs respectively. Since they are indeed big underdogs, then by following the rules, we've got to back the Twins. Alright, now is this a good bet? Let's analyze further before I reach my final decision. KC has lost 10 of their past 13 meetings with the Twins. They have also performed very badly in Minnesota in recent years. As far as the pitching matchup goes, there is a big edge going to the Twins. In fact, Jordan Lyles is simply not in the same category as Pablo Lopez. Lyles owns a 1.42 whip statistic, which is very bad. Meanwhile, Lopez has allowed just 5 runs during his first 4 outings with his new team, before disappointing big time 6 days ago, when he allowed 5 runs to a lackluster Washington lineup. But that may be good news if you are projecting to bet the Twins, because that will guarantee that they will be focused against another weaker opponent, the Royals. I'm confident that Lopez will rebound with a dominating performance. So for all of those reasons, I am taking Minnesota as my first official pick for April 28th, despite the pretty low odds. The ROI is probably not very high, but good value is good value. The second MLB system pick for today is the Tampa Bay Rays at the Chicago White Sox. This time we are making use of the blowout number 1 betting strategy, since it recommends grabbing a team that demolished their opponent by an 8-run margin or more, if they are facing the same club. Given that Tampa beat those same White Sox by 9 runs yesterday, this betting angle suggests taking Kevin Cash's team. However, I'm not sold on this potential wager, as there seems to be some pitfalls. First, Zach Eflin is off to a nice start with his new team, but he has faced 3 teams whose offense is stalling: the White Sox, the A's, and the Tigers. Also, he is squaring off with Lucas Giolito, who is susceptible to pitching some great games like he did 10 days ago by allowing no hits to the Phillies in 6 innings. Obviously, the Rays are also on the road, and prior to yesterday's win, they had lost 4 consecutive times at Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago. Finally, I am a believer of the revenge factor, when the same 2 pitchers face each other within a short period of time. Eflin and Giolito battled each other 5 days ago, a game that the Rays took 4-1. I am wary of Chicago taking their revenge. So all in all, I prefer to err on the side of caution, as I don't like the minus 150 odds given the numerous red flags. I am avoiding this game. Believe it or not, the third baseball system pick is supported not by 1, nor 2, nor 3, but 4 of my MLB betting strategies at the same time. The team in question is the Seattle Mariners, playing in Toronto. Does that mean I am jumping on the Mariners? Hold on a second. I'm quite disappointed that we are not getting odds that are higher than plus 102 in American format, or 2.02 in decimal. The odds seem to imply that both teams would have an equal chance of winning if the game was played on a neutral field, since the Jays are mildly favored despite being at home. However, the Jays have the better team, and they are sending one of the best young pitchers in baseball to the mound, Alek Manoah. I'm aware that he has not had a very good start to his 2023 campaign, but I have no doubt he will get back on track. As a matter of fact, he got back to his previous form in his last game when he shut out the Yankees lineup through 7 innings. Meanwhile, Luis Castillo is headed in the opposite direction. He performed at a high level during his first 4 starts, but showed some signs of weakness against the Cards on April 22nd. You know what? The betting systems may be screaming that we bet the Mariners, but I don't feel comfortable doing it. Toronto is playing great baseball, and they will be at home with their ace pitcher on the mound. And yet, we are only getting tiny positive odds on Seattle. I'll make it a lean strictly because I trust my betting strategies, but my own analysis of the situation prevents me from making it an official betting pick. So let's summarize quickly in order to guide you appropriately. The lone official pick in today's slate of MLB games is Minnesota to handle the Royals. We have a lean on the Seattle Mariners, and I decided to stay away from the other team backed by my betting strategies, the Rays. Subscribe to this YouTube channel to get more free betting picks provided by the holder of a PhD in statistics, who was a university statistics teacher for 15 years. I'm Professor MJ, wishing you a great weekend. Smash that subscribe button now, my good friend.